Hi folks, Kenny the Vaping here back again. Today we're going to be looking at the next step on making your own e-liquid. I've already just done a video recently about that, so this is the next stage where you're going to be using recipes. So before we get into that, please do the usual people, like, share, subscribe, and most of all leave a comment below. And yeah, let's roll the intro. Right folks, welcome to my lab. Here we are down the table. Basically, I've got some scales here. I reckon this is the easiest way to weigh everything out. These are just simple kitchen scales that reads in grams. So, if you've got some of them lying about, you can use them. I've got my empty litre jug here, which I'm going to put on the scales. It's reading 124 grams, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to zero that out. Come on. Let's give it a dab. There you go. I've got all my equipment here. Like I say, we're going to be having a go at doing Vic's. I don't know if it's his King or his Prince custard, but this is what we're going. I haven't got a computer here, so I've just kind of like wrote it down. So and this is to make obviously 1 litre. This is the stuff he sorts out. So we'll go through the ingredients as I go on. And the first ingredient that he has is vanilla custard. So if you bear with us, I'll just find where that is, which is this fella here. There you go, vanilla custard. Sorry, upside down, whatever. Vanilla custard. And his measurement on that is 30 grams. So I think it's a 30 milliliter bottle, so it could be 1 milliliter equals 1 gram. We'll sure find out. So I'm pouring it in there now. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20. It looks like it could be a full 30 ml bottle, this. Yeah, it's, there you go. So 30 grams is basically a 30 ml bottle. Right, so we've used all of that. So we'll zero out again. And come on, little bugger. There you go, zero out again. Oh, that's a lovely smell. Vanilla custard 30. Now we've got the peach at 10. I don't know if I find peach again, which is this fella here. We want 10 milligrams of that. So obviously it's a 30 milli bottle, so probably a third of a bottle, but here we go. Pour that in. There we go. Let's see where we are. 6. 8. There we go. Oh, that was a good guess. 10 milligrams of that. And as you see, we've still got 20 mils of that. Oh, we've still got 20 milligrams of that left for another recipe. So put that to the side. The next one, with the vanilla, with the peach, is the ripe strawberry. So again, I'll zero this out. Just take it. Well, there you go. And we'll look for the strawberry again. You have the strawberry ripe. And again, that is seeing where we strawberry ripe is 10 grams of that. Smells off these are absolutely fabulous as well. You do get a bit of a buzz off the smell. So here we go. 6. 8. I mean, I don't think you have to be like 100% spot on. There you go, I've gone slightly over there, I'm going to do 10, 12. Well, there you have it. And the next one, if we re-zero this out, okay, but there you go. The next one, so we're up to the, we've done the strawberry yet, it was 10. The sweet cream is 5. So this is a sweet cream. See what a dribble this stuff. So there's no 30ml bottle, you're going to get loads of this for another mix. So there you go. 4. And there's your 5-ish, is it? Oh, hang on, no, a bit more. There you go. That's your sweet cream, and again, you see you've got plenty left here for another mix. I'll pop another batch. So we'll zero this fella out again. And obviously, the final one is the Bavarian Cream, which has got 20 grams, so that's like 2/3 of a bottle. So, let's pour away at this. Have I showed you the Bavarian? But I'll just show you this Bavarian Cream there. I forgot to show you that. There you go. Capella Bavarian Cream. And we'll drop the, what was it, 20 grams it was, yeah. So, in we'll go. Scales are nicely whizzing along there. We'll up now, like 14. There you go, 20 grams. You still got about 10 grams left in there. So all these can be used in another recipe. And then finally, the mother of all mothers is 72 milligram of nicotine, which is all, this is PG based by the way, which is this fella here. And we're going to be putting 20 grams of that, so this is where you've got to be a bit careful and get this spot on. It is very thick. Ten, 12, 14, 18. There you go, 20 milligrams. Basically that there is your flavour and your nicotine done. So we'll just give it a little swizzle round, you can see that. And then basically what happens after this is you top up your VG, or yeah, mix of 70 VG, 30 VG. And obviously we're going for a max VG on this. So what I've done here, I've done a mix here, a pre-mix and base mix here, and this is a 70-30. And by the time this is mixed in with that, it should come up to what they call max VG, which I'm looking for about 80-20, maybe 90-10, I think it'll be 80-20. So we're just going to whack this in now. Just your measuring's done. So I mean, like I say, you can basically just take that off the scales now, put them out of the way, and basically you're going off the measurements on your jug now. So you know, 1 litre mark at the top, etc. So basically, I'm just going to look at my jug and just pour this mixture in. This is a mix for 1 litre, so hopefully I should be just about the litre mark. And yep, I'm bang on there, pretty much the litre mark. You can just let that all whizzle out. Now you can't mix it like this because the flavours kind of separate from this this mix, this VG. So you get, I mean, I can't really show you it yet, but I can't really show you, but what you get is like, it goes like yellow at the top here and then it clears at the bottom. So it needs mix them. So the best way to do this, you can either mix it like this. Fact, you know, hang on, have I got anything I can mix this with? If you bear with me one moment, just bear with me, I'll be giving it a tick. There you go, just got a bit of an old wooden spoon. You can just mix that in with that like that if you want. And just give it a bit of a mix. Try not to make too much mess like, but you know, this, as you can see, this method is pretty clean. I'll just put that on there because I know I can wipe that up. Now what we'll do, we'll just pour this back in here, which is like that. Whoop, hang on, nearly. Let's whack all this mixture back in here. Obviously when you're finished, like folks, you know, be very thorough with your cleaning. And that's this has come up quite good, this, because I just filled this up. You bear with us, I'll get me cloth. Bear with us, bear with us. So, we're totally unprepared again. We'll just wipe up any loose mixed stuff. And get all, because like I say, this stuff, you know, when you know yourself, when you overfill a bloody tank, it gets sodden everywhere and it's a nightmare to clean up. So sorry if I forget me little rags and etc. me spoons, but basically we'll whack that lid back on now. Again, quick wipe. Basically that's what we're left with here. And you just, you know, shake the bejesus out of it for as long as you want to. And then that's it, folks. Leave that, I recommended, 3 weeks. And what I'm also going to do, oh, yeah, but see what I mean with VG, it gets fucking everywhere. I'm going to get me a little marker. And what is today's date? 2nd of July. Typical. Unfortunately this pen ain't working. I'll just see if I can get on there. But basically what I'm going to do is mark up when I made it, what it is, and then that's it. 3 weeks time. So we'll get this all cleaned up, put away, and I'll see you all back up top. Yeah. Okay folks, there you have it. 1 litre of peach custard, and I have labelled it this time, peach custard, the date I mixed it, I managed to wipe it down, get all cleaned up, keep shaking it, keep getting mixed, and basically that'll be getting done or tried maybe it's in a week, and then I was leaving for 3 weeks, but it's as easy as that, people. It's kind of the next step from obviously my previous video with the, I think I've got it, you have to hang on, you bear with us. There it is there. This is like the one shot from Dark Star, which I made with the Nemesis, and that's been steeping now for about 2 days. You know, so that's obviously, you know, give it a shake, keep giving it a shake. That there is obviously your one shots where you just add your nicks to your flavouring, top it up with VG. Obviously with this fella here, you're buying a number of flavourings, your nicotine, all that stuff, to make a recipe. As in this case we used Vaping peach custard. I'm not sure if it was the King or the Prince, can't remember off the top of my hand, but God, Ken, come on, I think, head. But if Vic does see this, or he's, thank you very much Vic, really been looking forward to trying that flavour for such a long time. About time I got stuck into it. So anyway, but yeah, it's the next the next stage from starting with the one shots, you know, and you're now starting to buy flavourings and mix recipes that I'm not going to link any in the description of them, because you just use your friend Google. There's absolutely tons and tons of websites out there with e-liquid recipes on, or by, you know, top reviewers as well as, you know, top e-liquid mixers. You know, there's tons of stuff out there. There's also free e-liquid calculator programs that will help you, you know, to sort out your measurements and stuff. Tons of them out there, so just Google them. The only sticking point really is obviously bearing in mind when you're mixing is how much ratio you want your juice at. Whether it be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. 50-50, 60-40, well, there's obviously still people that do it, but I mean, you'll find your average juice in a shop is probably 70-30, because that's probably a good mix for using in your sub-ohm tanks with your stock coils in, you know. So obviously if you go higher viscosity, like say 80-20 or 90-10, like which is class as max VG, you know, it takes longer for the liquid to soak through, you know, because obviously it's thicker juice, while obviously your 50-50 is much thinner. Only time I ever use 50-50, which I'll probably recommend actually, is in a dripper. It just, you know, the flavour of it is fantastic. It's more of a flavour ratio rather than a cloud ratio, you know. I mean, the general consensus in the more VG you put in, the more cloudage, hence you get your max VG liquids, you know, which send out plumes. But to narrow the scale, 50-50 mix is probably more for a flavour guy, probably a little bit less clouds, but not, you know, not get plumes. But from the 50-50 up to the max VG, the changes in flavour are very subtle. Might not even notice it on some flavours, but if you took a max VG, had a vape, and you took a 50-50 VG, you'll probably notice a more obvious flavour change, you know, like one will be better flavour than the other, but in between it's very subtle. But it's down to how you vape. Like I say, the average run-of-the-mill stuff you get in your shops is 70-30, because that's kind of across the board. It'll work in most, you know, atomizers, tanks, drippers, sub-ohm tanks, all that stuff. If you want to go a bit more flavour wise, with 60-40 mix or 50-50 mix, I'll probably tend to go towards maybe drippers for that kind of thing. But maybe even rebuildables, I suppose, you know, rebuildable tanks, sorry, you know, could use it in them. Saying that, on the higher end of the scale, your max VG will probably work just as well in these scenarios. It will just take longer to absorb into it. But the flavour, you know, is subtle between one end of the scale and the other. It's subtle. Some people might not even notice it. Depends on how, you know, well you know the juice. You know, if it's a regular juice that you use regularly, you know how it's supposed to taste, so you will be able to see the changes between that. But the average Joe might not even notice it. I mean, I've got an example here of a juice. This here, there. This is my usual stuff. I always use it. It's my butter cherry cake Dodgers. Now, this one here, I don't know if you can see that there, but it's got max VG on the bottle there. So this is classed as max VG, and anything over 80-20 is max VG. So if you can see just here where my finger is, it's got like 80% and 20%, so that's 80 VG, 20 PG. So that's how you would class something as a max VG, anything over 80%. But you know, it's down to how you vape. Like I say, I mean, I've got, you see, 80-20 in the Kelpie. Bloody hell, another Vic product. He's everywhere, isn't he? But you know, I've got this in the Kelpie single coil, max VG. Coil's coming out at 0.33. I think it's a tri-core fuse Clapton, 55 watts. as you can see with that Vax VG, loads of cloudies, but there's still plenty of flavour. But again, flavour is dependent on what you're vaping on as well. So that's just like, you know, I just thought I'd put another quick insight to the next step of mixing your own liquids. I mean, I suppose the advanced stage, which I don't think I'll get to, is obviously devising your own recipes. You know, that's where you get into the lab and say, well, I'll try a bit of that, 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 and devise your own flavours with whatever quantities of that flavouring you put in. So I don't know if that's something I would get into. I'm quite happy now to go online, look up a recipe, buy the stuff and knock it out. Like I say, for this review example, I use the peach custard, which Vic uses. Like I say, it's the king or the prince. It could be an old one, it possibly is an old recipe. You might have updated anything since then, but you know, I'm happy to give that a bash. Price wise for a litre, all just under 40 quid. You think, 40 quid. If you think about a litre, that's a lot of liquid, you know what I mean? This one here is, I get this from my local brick and mortar, and this one's like, obviously it's 100 millilitre, but by the time you put your nicks in, it's a 120 millilitre, and that's a tenner. You know what I mean? So, you know, you're looking at like 9, 10, well 10 with obviously 1200 millilitres, but say 9 bottles, 8, 9 bottles, there's 80, 90 quid from the shop. Paid half the price. Basically you're getting everything for half price. So, you know, that's a rough idea of what you're getting. I mean, on the same side of the coin, I've seen that go for £18 a bottle as well. I get it from my local brick and mortar store, because you know I know him well and all that stuff, and I'm a regular customer, so you know he knows what I like and he gives me that for the best possible price you can get it, which is 12 quid including 2 nick shots to make it a 3 milligram mix. But I've seen this going for about 18 quid on some sites, so you know the prices of this vary, but with that you know exactly how much you paid for it, so you save, and like I say, once you get some in rotation, like I say, I mean I've got that one there, you know, this is probably due 22nd of the month. If I get another batch on, say the week before this is due to be vaped, you keep them in rotation, and then you've always got a constant supply of e-liquid. And I mean, you know, I could have like a batch of peach, I could have another one of strawberries and cream, I could have, you know, you can just mix and match, and you know you've got all these flavours on the go, and you've constantly got access to, you know, steep vapour. So, steep vapour, really? So, steeped e-liquid. So, yeah, I'm rambling a bit now, aren't I? So, like I say, I'm just going to wind this one up, people. I mean, it just gives you a bit of an insight of what you can do and the kind of savings you can make. And it, like I say, that is the first time I have ever done that, and you've seen it on this video. It's the first time I've ever done that, positively, first time, and you've seen how pretty easy it was if you follow a recipe. So there you go. So with that being said, folks, I've been Kenny the Vaping Heed. Stay safe, vape safe, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Cheers now. Bye.